Welcome back, Patriots. And we're going to go over um, Project Bluebird, Project Artichoke, which is, I think, it's the same thing because they keep mentioning it. See, preceded by Project Bluebird, Artichoke officially arose on August 20th, 1951, and was operated by the clowns in America. Office of Scientific Intelligence. The primary goal was to determine whether a person could be involuntarily made to perform an act of attempted assassination. Why in the would these people even try to do things like this? Sorry, I'm not used to wearing the hat. But Project also studied hypnosis, forced morphine addiction, and subsequent enforced withdrawal, and the use of other chemicals, including LSD. To produce insomnia. Oh, no, wait, no. Oh, amnesia and other vulnerable states in subjects. Oh, okay, hold on. Mind control and ritual abuse. Bluebird, deliberate creation of multiple personality by psychiatrists. Colin A. Ross, medical doctor. I don't know. He could be legit, but I don't know. Richardson, Texas. Manitow Communications 2000. See, man, frick. I suck at grammar. Bluebird is the cryptnym for a CIA mind control program that ran from 1951 to 1953. Other mind control programs include Artichoke, MK Ultra, and MK Search. The purpose of the book Bluebird is to prove that military and the CIA have been creating Manchurian candidates for operational use since the Second World War. Oh, jeez. Who do we know is a Manchurian candidate? Oh, yeah. A Mr. Barina. Barina. Or Michael or not. That's what I wanted to say. Oops. I am President of the United States. And I'm married to a man. Don't forget, people, the 16-year plan to destroy America started with Obama, and it was going to end with Hillary, dude. If she would have won, I'd be in a FEMA camp right now. You know, those Walmart FEMA camps that people keep talking about? That shit ain't gonna happen anymore, dude. Shit's fucking out the window. And excuse my language, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna fucking curse like I do in regular life. Because I curse a lot. But that's what the plan was, dude. And I have to emphasize it in that way so y'all understand, dude. If Hillary would have won the election, people like me, I'd be in one of those FEMA camps right now. Alright? Think about that. But luckily, we got someone in there that loves our country and stop this whole deep state freaking New World Order bullshit that they had implemented on us. It's like, imagine if the New World Order was like riding a bicycle, and then, you know, you put like a stick in the wheel and then they just trip over. That's exactly what just happened with Trump being elected, duly elected. Why do you think they hate this person so much? Why do you think the mainstream media is they don't care about reporting good news? All they care about is like, oh, okay, what can we get Trump on today? Or, you know what? Trump put mustard on his hot dog today. And then they'll disseminate that and be like, oh, he's putting mustard on his hot dog. He's so racist. The people are insane. All assets deployed. Everything they have, dude. Everything they have. They're just go batshit crazy and just see whatever they can get on him, but they obviously never get anything, dude. And I went on a super rant on there. By research at the medical school library, ordering out-of-print books and requests filed through the Freedom of Information Act, Dr. Ross has built up compelling documentation of the fact that the CIA and military intelligence agencies have been creating multiple personality experimentally and using these subjects in courier and infiltration operations. Okay, that's a new one for me. The appendices to Bluebird provide full proof of the fact that the Manchurian candidate is real and has been created by the CIA and military. The documented mind control research includes putting brain electrodes in children as young as 11 years old and controlling their behavior from remote transmitters, giving 150 mcg of LSD per day to children age 7 to 11 for weeks and months at a time, building safe houses where CIA personnel watched prostitutes turn tricks with customers. The prostitutes gave their customers LSD without the customers' knowledge, wiping out memories with electric shock and using animals with implanted brain electrodes as delivery systems for chemical and biological weapons. A complete listing of MK Ultra sub projects, correspondence between Estrabooks and J. Edgar Hoover, and other documents are in the appendices to Bluebird. Synopsis. In Bluebird, deliberate creation of multiple personality by psychiatrists, Dr. Ross provides proof based on 15,000 pages of documents obtained from the CIA under the Freedom Act of Information, under the Freedom of Information Act. The Manchurian candidate is fact, not fiction. He describes the experiments conducted by psychiatrists to create amnesia, new identities, hypnotic access codes, and new memories in the minds of experimental subjects. The funding of the experiments by the CIA, Army, Navy, and Air Force is proven from CIA documents and the doctor's own publications. Bluebird proves that there was extensive political abuse in psychiatry in North America throughout the second half of the 20th century, perpetrated not by a few renegade doctors, but by leading psychiatrists, psychoanalysis, pharmacopsychoanalysis, neurosurgeons, and medical schools. Wow. Oh yeah, this was the long one, dude. Gosh dang it. Once you go down that rabbit hole, you get things like this. I'm gonna go as far as I can do, because if I read the whole thing, it's literally gonna be an hour. You know what? Who gives up? I'm gonna read the whole gosh darn thing. Fuck it, dude. Excuse my language. Because this shit needs to be fucking known. Because these fucking assholes have been doing this shit to normal people, and they've been taken advantage of. Bluebird was approved by Roscoe Helen Helen Cotter, director of the CIA, on April 20th, 1950. In August 51, the project was renamed Artichoke. So Bluebird turned into Artichoke. Alright. I did not know that. That's why they're connected. Okay. The Korean War began in June 1950. The CIA already had mind control programs in operation prior to the Korean War. Therefore, such programs were not a defensive reaction to the activities of North Koreans, Russians, or Communist Chinese during the Korean War, as claimed by the CIA career officer Edward Hunter. Bluebird and Artichoke included a great deal of work on the creation of amnesia, hypnotic couriers, and the Manchurian candidate. Oops. The Manchurian candidate is generally regarded as fiction. However, Artichoke documents prove that hypnotic couriers function effectively in real-life simulations conducted by the CIA in the early 1950s. The degree to which such individuals were used in actual operations is still classified. Physicians were an integral part of the Artichoke team that conducted interrogations on U.S. soil. These interrogations were in part designed to detect mind-controlled agents of other related methods, were part of CIA counterintelligence work in the 1950s. The basic premise of the book, The Manchurian Candidate, is that a group of American POWs in the Korean War is brainwashed while crossing through Manchuria to freedom. They arrive back in the U.S. and Minsk for the period of brainwashing, and one of them has been programmed to be an assassin. His target is, with a hypothetically implemented trigger, a particularly playing card. The memorandum dated 15 July 1953 of the Chief Biochemistry and Pharmacologically Branch Medicine Division, OSI, Office of Scientific Intelligence, to the Chief Technical Branch, SO, Special Operations, includes a paragraph summarizing discussions about recently returned Korean War POWs who had been brainwashed. Following this, I don't know what that means, wiped it out, commented on the very intelligent angle that the investigations of the individuals who had come out of North Korea across the Soviet to freedom recently apparently had a blank period or period of distortion while passing through a special zone in Manchuria, wiped out. Pointed out that this had occurred in all individuals in the party after they had their first full meal and their first coffee on the way to freedom. White it out. Pointed on that, white it out. I'm guessing that's just redactions on the original file. Was attempting to secure further confirmatory facts in this matter since drugging was indicated. Another memo dated 17th September of 1953, the scientific advisor, Scientific Intelligence, states that detailed the valuable information has been obtained by redacted on the Big Switch as a result of his interrogations of POWs on the return voyage from Korea. Big Switch was the code name for a prisoner exchange program during the Korean War. Repatriated American prisoners of war released in Big Switch were interviewed by American psychiatrists, including Robert Lifton. Lifton writes, I arrived in Hong Kong in late January 1954, just a few months before I had taken part in the psychiatric evaluation of repatriated American. Again, like I said, grammar not a good strong suit. Repatriated American prisoners of war during the exchange operations in Korea, known as Big Switch. I had then accompanied a group of these men on troop ship back to the United States. It appears that American psychiatrists, including or known to Robert Lifton, Louis Joyon West, and Margaret Singer, must have been knowledgeable about the Chinese monitoring cabinet program by 1953. Margaret Singer, that name sounds so familiar. Created deliberately, a new identity is implanted. Amnesia barriers are created, used in simulator or actual operations. Bluebird and Artichoke were administered in the complemented fashion. The details of the programs were kept secret even for personnel within the CIA. When asked why LSD research done under Artichoke was hidden from the CIA committee in charge of Artichoke, Sidney Gottlieb, 1977, page 410, Chief Medical Staff Technical Services Division, CIA, responded, I imagine the only reason would have been concern for broadening awareness of its existence. The creation of the Manchurian candidates by the CIA was probably not subject to the usual chain of operational command. Such breaches in the chain of command are an inherent structural risk of the compromised nature of intelligence agencies. For security reasons, CIA operations, including internal counterintelligence investigations, are routinely kept secret from other divisions of the CIA. Although effective intelligence works could not be carried out without compartmentalization, the structure makes it easier for the CIA officers in charge of mind control to contract with unethical doctors. Loss of central control occurred in the CIA Operation Chaos, and probably in Bluebird and Artichoke. In Operation Chaos was a CIA program designed to collect information from foreign influence on student and civil unrest in the United States. It was created by the director of the CIA in 1967 and ran until 1974. Chaos developed files on 7,200 American citizens, and the files intended mention of a total of 300,000 named American citizens and organizations, all of which were entered into a computerized index. Rockefeller, 1975. Chaos intelligence generated 3,500 internal CIA memoranda, 3,000 memoranda for the FBI, and 37 for distribution to the White House and other top levels of government. The maximum Chaos staff was 52 persons in 1971. Informants were recruited from student and dissident groups and were instructed to infiltrate such groups in the United States, according to the report to the president by the Commission on CIA Activities, Rockefeller, 1975. The isolation of Operation Chaos within the CIA and its independence from supervision by the regular chain of command within the clandestine services made it possible for activities of the operation to stay over the bounds of the agency's authority without the knowledge of senior officials. The absence of any regular review of these activities prevented timely correction of such missteps as did occur. Gosh, this is really long, folks. Continuing on. Because, come on, you're going to read this? I'm having trouble reading. In other instances, senior administrators within the CIA participated in plausible now and other disinformation and cover-up strategies concerning CIA operations run on U.S. soil. Like the activities of the Artichoke team within the United States, such operations had to be kept secret. The CIA was prohibited by its charter from carrying the operations in the United States. In 1952, the CIA began to survey mail between the U.S. Union at a New York postal facility. In 1953, it began to open Rockefeller, 1975. That seems to be something very important. I might have to bring up in a later video. The program was approved by the director of at least 3 postmasters General Summerfield, Day and Blount. Attorney General Mitchell from 1958 to 1973 of the FBI received 57,000 pieces of mail from the CIA in this program. In the final year of the operation, out of 350 million pieces of mail between the U.S. and Soviet Union, the CIA examined the outside of 2,300,000 pieces, photographed 33,000, 33,000, and opened only 8,700. Smaller mail intercept operations were run in San Francisco from 1969 to 1971, in Hawaii from 1954 to 1955, and in New Orleans in 1957. The CIA's strategy for dealing with leaks about the program is described in a February 1, 1962 memo sent from the Deputy Chief of Counterintelligence to the Director of Security. Unless the charge is supported by the presentation of interior items from the project, it should be relatively easy to hush up the entire affair, or to explain that it consists of legal mail cover activities conducted by the post office at the request of authorized federal agencies. Under the most unfavorable circumstances, including the support of charges with interior items from the project, it might become necessary after the matter has cooled off during an extended period of investigation to find a scapegoat to blame for unauthorized tampering with the mails. The Bluebird and Artichoke documents available through the Freedom of Information Act, like all such documents, are heavily redacted. A great deal of text has been wiped out, and other documents must still be entirely classified. Nevertheless, the available documents prove that Artichoke operations involving fascism were carried out on U.S. soil at least until the mid 1950s. A memo of the Director of Security of the CIA is entitled A Report of Artichoke Operations 22-23 January 1955. See Appendix B. Paragraph 2 of the memo states that these operations were the first artichoke operations undertaken in the United States. The operation described in the memo involved the interrogation of a foreign national CIA agent who speaks and understands English quite well. The subject had previously provided high quality intelligence through penetration actions carried out in the unspecified country. The purpose of the Artichoke's team interrogation was to provide confirmation that the subject was not a double agent. The Artichoke team must have been under command of James Angleton, who was the chief of the CIA counterintelligence staff from December 1954 until 1974. Angleton was also involved in MK Ultra as described in an article in the February 18, 1979 Wilmington Sunday News Journal entitled UD Proof Helps Convert Mind Control Positions. The article focuses on MK Ultra Subject 51, contractor James Moore, the chemistry professor at the University of Delaware, but mentions Angleton's involvement in UK Ultra. Angleton's name appears in the list of other persons who have been briefed on Bluebird in July 2nd, 1951 memorandum. The list also identifies 3 future directors of the CIA: Alan Dulles, Richard Helms, and William Webster. Oops. Yeah, this one's. The Artichoke interrogation was conducted in a safe house in the remote countryside, staffed by security cleared personnel. It was conducted under medical cover of a routine physical and psychological assessment. The subject was transported to the safe house in a covert car, which picked him up at the secure location. At the safe house, he was given conventional interrogation and some whiskey. This was followed by 2 grams of phenobarbital, which put him to sleep. The next day, the lie detector test was given, and the subject was given intravenous chemicals. I don't know if I said that right. Following the chemically assisted interrogation, according to the CIA terminology, the Artichoke techniques were applied in 3 stages. A false memory was introduced into the subject's mind without his conscious control of the process, which took 15 to 20 minutes. The procedure was replaced, this time taking 40 to 45 minutes. The procedure was repeated again with interrogation added. So this guy was drugged. They let him just pass out for a little bit, awaken him, and then interrogate him. And so then the subject pretty much just said what they wanted to hear. Probably didn't know what he was talking about. The Artichoke team used medications including barbiturates, amphetamines, and scopolamine. hypnosis, interrogation, and the deliberate introduction of false memories of the procedure. The subject was told that part of the what he remembered was actually a dream. The Artichoke team concluded that the procedure was successful. The subject, although not having specific amnesia for the Artichoke treatment, nevertheless was completely confused and the memory was vague and faulty. Right? It's like, I mean, I've been here before where it's like, you know, well, back when I was younger, you get super drunk and then you kind of remember things, but you don't remember things. But then you're told that you did certain things. And then you're like, what? I didn't do that. Right? So this is pretty much what it is. You know, just stupid allergies. Gosh dang. Freaking eyes won't stop watering, man. So, you know, I mean, I think that's the best way I could describe it. Is when you go out, you get super drunk, and then you only remember certain things, but then your friends come back and tell you the next day, hey man, you were doing that, and you're like, no, I wasn't. They're like, yeah, you worked, dude. And then you're like, okay, maybe I was. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. So, look at how long this is. That's it. I'm done. You can pretty much get the gist of Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke. Definitely, it's all it is MK Ultra. And okay, yeah, you guys can see it. So there you go, dude. The primary goal of Project Artichoke was to determine whether a person could involuntarily made to perform an act of attempted assassination or just certain actions, right? Project also studied hypnosis, forced morphine addiction, subsequent forced withdrawal, and used other chemicals, including LSD, to produce amnesia and other vulnerable states in subjects. You know, these are just documents. Psychological and mental, right? By any known means. We can we obtain control of the future activities? is that cynical and mental of any given individual, willing or unwilling, by applications of SI and H techniques? For the last several months, Bluebird has been endeavoring to ascertain by research, study, and instruction, and some pragmatic what value, if any, can be derived from SI and H techniques when applied to war and specific agency problems. These broad problems using known SI and H techniques may be classified as follows. I knew this video was going to take like freaking forever. I'm going to read the whole article, folks, and this will probably take me up to the 1 hour mark. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't care, dude. I don't give a f. This stuff makes me pretty angry. And I don't think it's very healthy. I mean, I don't tend to let these things get to me, but when I'm doing these videos and I'm reading this information, it gets to me, okay? I'm sorry. It's like I'm having like my meltdowns like right in front of your faces. For those that watch. But yeah, okay. This shouldn't take me no more than 15 minutes. I'm gonna speed read it. If I can't pronounce words, don't hold it against me because I suck at reading. But I think, well, this was the last article. I didn't realize how long these articles were. I thought it'd be done by now. But it needs to be fucking said. Excuse my language, dude. I've been cursing a lot lately. It's not good. Alright, I'm gonna remove my ugly face. Oh, which one is it? So here you go. 2004. References. Meeting of representatives. Already cheesed it. Gosh darn it. Sorry, bear with me, folks. Come on, man. Not a professional. It's just a hobby, man. It's freaking like 2 o'clock in the morning. And what am I doing? Talking about a subject that probably nobody even cares about. But I'm doing it. Alright, so yeah. Meetings of representatives of ADOSO, ADOPC, ADOSR, and Chief INSS on 14th of the March, 14th March, where agreement was reached on the following proposal. You know what? I'm gonna have to look at. Oh shit! I can't highlight it. Oopsie. Or is there an option? No, I can't do it. Okay, whatever. Oh wait, did I? Wait, what was I just reading? Was I reading something else? Oh, okay. Hold on, I went forward. Dummy. So, Director of Central Intelligence from Chief Inspection and Security Staff. Subject, Project Bluebird. There is submitted for your approval the authorization and allocation of funds, Project Bluebird. In view of the extreme sensitivity of this project and its covert nature, it is deemed advisable to admit to project directly to you rather than through the channel of the project's review committee. Knowledge of this project should be restricted to the absolute minimum number of persons. This project is now extremely important because of the expressions of interest in this type of the program developing in various areas of the agency. It is most important that these varied interests be brought into a single project with appropriate controls can be exercised. This will avoid compromise of our techniques and interests in this field. It is requested that this project be approved and authorization granted for the necessary funds as set forth in the attachment. Chief Inspection and General Staff. Obviously redacted. Oh no, we can't tell you who signed these paperwork. Nope. Nope. Can't show you the names, folks. Nope. Just trust us. They're good people. Yeah. Fuck you, dude, because I know they're not. Again, sorry for my language. Dude, lately I've just been on a cursing tirade. I've been reading a lot of these articles and I can't help but I have to freaking curse, dude. Like, Project Bluebird. Type, operational support. References, meeting of representatives of. Alright, I already went through that. I'm not going to say that again. The purpose of this project is to provide for the immediate establishment of interrogation teams for the operational support of OSO and the OPC activities. The teams will utilize the polygraph, drugs, and hypnotism to attain the greatest results in interrogation techniques. So what are they saying right there? Oh, we're just gonna drug our interrogees, if that's a word. I don't know. You know, the people that are being interrogated, right? They're just gonna drug them to try to get more information out of them. You know, they've done it. You know, you see it in movies. You know, they inject them with some serum, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, man, I did that." You know what I mean? That's exactly what this whole shit is, dude. Where do you think these movies get these type of ideas from? From the fucking from the CIA, man. Every fucking movie we've probably watched is CIA fucking produced, dude. And again, I'm sorry for my language. It's just now that, you know, you go down certain rabbit holes and you can piece things together. It's like one big ass fucking puzzle, and there's always another piece that adds to that puzzle. But the puzzle is so big that it's still not finished yet. But one piece adds another piece of information to all the bullshit that is within our government, politics, entertainment, music. The puzzle is not complete yet, folks. But it depends on where you do the research. You can go the Hollywood route. You can go... I'm more of the politics and CIA route. But the more and more and more that I look at things, I can see it. That it's CIA. It just seems to point that way, dude. Fuck. This is getting way too long, folks. Okay, it's not as I just have to get through this paragraph here. Shoot, where did I leave off? The activities. Okay, it is important that this project be established in as much. Is that even a word? Because that's basically what it is. In as much. Yeah, okay, CIA people, if you were so smart, that would be all spaced out. Morons. As a considerable public and government interest has recently developed in the use of hypnotism for interrogation and for personality control purposes. The interest stems from the recent spy trials in Hungary and other satellite countries. Shit. Don't judge me. Within a number of areas of CIA, there has developed considerable interest in the field of hypnotism, and one of the basic purposes of this program is to bring all the interests within the purview and purposes of this program is to bring all such interests within the purview and control of a single project. It is extremely important that any action by CIA in these fields be restricted to the knowledge of a minimum number of persons on a top secret basis to prevent compromise and unfavorable repercussions. Further, activities in this field are highly specialized that untrained personnel should not experiment I don't know that you can't read that or attempt to apply the technique of hypnotism under any circumstances. This project will provide highly qualified and technical personnel to perform all aspects of interrogation for all areas of the agency. The immediate purpose of the program is to provide interrogation terms utilizing the cover of polygraph interrogation to determine the bona fides of highly potential defectors and agents, and also for the collection of incidental intelligence from such projects. A team is to be composed of 3 persons consisting of a doctor, psychiatrist, a polygraph, hypnotist, and a technician. It is proposed that 2 teams be established to meet current anticipated requirements, as it will require approximately 5 months to adequately train 2 polygraph hypnotists. INSS will make available immediately its hypnotist specialist for field assessments in order that a team be immediately available for service. To complete the team, a doctor and a technician will also be required to immediate service. In order to provide for 2 teams, it is proposed that 2 doctors, psychiatrists, I think that's a typo, 2 polygraph, 2 hypnotists, and 2 technicians be authorized under this project. In this manner, 1 team will be available for. It is further proposed that the doctors, psychiatrists be set up in an office in Washington, which will serve as a cover for training, experimentation, and indoctrination purposes and the use of drugs and hypnotism. The doctors will be available for field assignments with the interrogation teams. All training of the team personnel will be conducted by INSS. Why does are they secretly saying ISIS? I don't know. The team personnel, when not on field assignments, will be utilized for defense training of covert personal study and experimentation in the application of these techniques. This project is for the defensive use at this time of drugs and hypnotism. However, positive application of hypnotism will not be used until further experience in this field has obtained and is subject to approval of the DCI. Operation and control. The ADSO, ADOPC, and Chief INSS will serve as a board of operational control on the use of integration teams. I'm going to have to look up these agencies because I've never even heard of these. OPS will submit to the board proposals for the use of integration teams as on specific projects. Board approval will be granted for those projects and will be not granted for general assignment to the geographic area without a specific project in mind and without adequate controls for security. The use of the interrogation teams will be considered as top secret, and knowledge of such activity within CIA will be restricted to only those of necessary must-have knowledge of such operations. The use of interrogation teams for operational support projects will in each case be granted only upon consideration of all security factors involved to prevent compromise of their use and the techniques and avoid repercussions to the CIA. The personnel teams will be assessed of Chief I and SS and will remain under I and SS control except on specific assignments to the field. When not on field assignments, the teams will be utilized for training, indoctrination, and experimentation purpose on mutually agreed projects in such of the covert offices. All training of team personnel in polygraph, drugs, interrogation, and hypnotism will be conducted by INSS. I really want to know what this effing company really is. Field support for interrogation teams will be provided on specific projects by either OSO or OPC in accordance with the decision and control features of the Operational Control Board. Budget. The estimated budget for this project for 1 year is as follows. Details are obtained in Attachment A. And this was back in, the 1950s, maybe to the late 50s, early 60s. And the number seems about right. Because back then, that's a lot of money. It's not inflated like it is now with the stupid fiat currency that is in our, just gonna scroll through the numbers here. Y'all can pause videos, look it over. This document is super huge. Gosh, man, I didn't know what I got myself into, because this is already over an hour long. So there you go, folks. It went way longer than I thought it was gonna go. So I mean, it basically means that these three-letter agency companies were already. It was just another form of MK Ultra. I just wasn't familiar with the names, so I was like, let me see what these are, and then I was like, oh, it is MK Ultra. It all ties back to MK Ultra and these government agencies that are supposed to be good guys. Oh, shit. Wait, is it? Have been experimenting with, right? You know, they want to control you, and in a way, they already have succeeded. By what means? Think about it. You sit there and you binge watch Netflix? Do you sit there and watch cable news on your TV? Do you subscribe to Hulu? Are you on Disney Plus? That's how they control you, dude. You need to shut that shit off, dude. Because you'll never break out of the system. You're just going to keep watching. I'm not even watching sports anymore. I'm done with sports, dude. Fuck sports. Fuck football. Fuck NBA. Fuck all of that shit, dude. I can't stand it. I can't watch it no more, dude. Dunzo. It sucks. It sucks waking up to the real reality, but it's also very liberating because you know what is fake and what is real. Keep that in mind, man. I'm not telling you to, hey man, stop watching your favorite TV show. Like, I'm just saying, I don't watch that shit. I don't watch any of that garbage anymore, dude. It's done. And I get upset because I used to love that stuff. Being a huge sports buff, it's like, ask me anything about movies and I'll tell you. I was like, people were like, what's that movie? I'm like, who's in it? They're like, Keanu Reeves, and I'll just be like, oh, it's that movie. I mean, everyone knows Keanu. Keanu. I think he's one of the good guys. I don't think he's... But there's a lot of other people that now you can kind of clearly see they're like, ugh. These people in that might not be that great. Tummies up. Oh shoot! What? Oh, sorry. I had a cough there. Thank you for watching. This went way over and there was tons more, and you guys see it. I said I was gonna pin all these things on the last video, and I totally forgot. I can go back and edit and pin them, but with this one, I'm gonna pin this. Oops. Oh. Oh, okay. So I guess it just goes over all the numbers. Oh, okay. No, yeah, it definitely, yeah, it goes way more than. Trust me, folks, it's very exhausting just trying to read all of this, dude, which I don't even, half of it I don't even understand. Some of it you can't even read. I think, how far did I get, dude? Look, only got up to like here when it's like whoop. This is gonna take like 5 hours just to upload. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's gonna take 5 hours, dude. I'm probably just gonna start rendering it and then just go to bed. And then when I wake up, I'll upload it. That's how I roll. I don't give up. I mean, I do. I have feelings too, you know. Alright. I'm gonna end it with that. Thank you, whoever puts up and watches these videos. God bless you all. Where we go one, we go all. Worldwide.